Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars episode 9. I bought this shirt even before, thinking, oh, I'm gonna get the merch and not even seeing the movie. Maybe I may not like it. And my expectations were very low. Um, I don't know. The movie, for me, it doesn't really matter what I may think, because you were like, "Oh, you don't like the movie? Doesn't mean I won't like the movie. I'll go see it for myself." But for me, I don't know. I was seeing all the movies from the prequels, from Phantom Menace to Return of the Jedi to now, and yeah, the other two movies weren't that bad. The last two, like the Last Jedi, you know, there's a lot of things I did not like in the movie, but there was structure and there are some things. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do a non-spoiler, just because my amount of time, and I'm going to have to delete stuff and try and figure it out. So I will say some spoilers here. Palpatine comes back. Emperor Palpatine comes back, and he's not his kind of hideous self. He's kind of like before he got electrocuted, and it's weird. He's got like these white eyes, and he's been the puppet master throughout all this. He created Snoke. Um, and Leia, I don't know what happens. She just like goes to lay down and dies. Maybe she goes and has a heart attack like Carrie did, and it's crazy. So Carrie Fisher's in 9, but she didn't film anything for 9. So I'm glad that happened. But they're doing out with the old, in with the new. I will give it to them that, okay, Lando is one of the original characters that lived at the end of this movie, but Lando wasn't in a lot. He was kind of fine. I thought he was going to be in it a little bit more. No, there's cameo of Han Solo. Harrison Ford came back for a cameo. I thought he's completely done with it. So that was probably the biggest surprise in the movie, that Han Solo came back for a cameo. And um, and it turns out that Rey is a Palpatine. That wasn't really shock factor to me, because yeah, some people said some things like Ben Solo dies, which he does die in it, and Rey is the sole survivor, and she's overpowered, and you know why she's overpowered, because she's the granddaughter of an overpowered Sith Lord of the dark side, and an emperor, um, who's been this puppet master ever since and created Snoke. And so Luke's gone, Leia's gone, Han's gone, Darth Vader's gone, Ben Solo's gone, Obi-Wan Kenobi's gone. So pretty much all of them are gone. And at the end, there's this lady, and she goes around not Mos Eisley, she goes around Tatooine. And then there's this lady, and she's like, "No one's been here for a very long time. And who are you, Rey? Rey who?" And she tries to hide the fact that she is a Palpatine, because Palpatine, the Emperor Palpatine, says, if you just destroy me, and you will be the Empress, and you'll have all the Sith in you. And she's like, has all the Jedi talking to her, from Qui-Gon Jinn, from episode, well, it's a bit crazy for people before, but really it's episode 1, Phantom Menace. Qui-Gon talks to her, and voice, and Anakin, and Yoda, and Obi-Wan. I don't know if Mace Windu was talking to her. I don't think so. And Luke was talking to her, and Leia was talking to her. So all in her head, that they'll always be with you, and you have all the Jedi in you. And Palpatine was like electrocuting the thing, and then it went back to her, and then just evaporated. And I thought, for all we know, I thought the Emperor died and got thrown down a shaft. So was that actually Emperor Palpatine, was it a clone? And he was attached to this one thing, and yeah, he was looking beaten down. It was um, um, melancholy? No, not melancholy. Metaphor? MacGuffin. MacGuffin. That's what it was. There's a lot of there was a MacGuffin in this movie, and they were trying to track this Sith Seeker and all these kind of things. And yeah, I've never been that disappointed in a Star Wars movie before. I don't. If I see it again, will I like it more? I don't know. Um, the movie was okay. It was not for me. Not for me. I like The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens was really good, but it was all just like up the nostalgia, up to this. There's some lines that have been said before in other Star Wars movies, and it was just like, ugh. So what can I rate it as? I'll rate it maybe a 2 out of 5, maybe a 1.5. I don't know. So C-3PO lives at the end, R2-D2 lives, and where's the story go on from here? Because weren't they going to title it the Star Wars the final one before the next one? I mean, the Rise of Skywalker, that's like Rise, and it's coming to an end. So far, for me, my favorite Star Wars movie is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I love that movie. It's just so dark and ties everything together, and yeah, and then I like the original trilogy too. But the way that they've been doing this, it's just been kind of slap in the face. I mean, they should have used George Lucas's story treatments, and I don't know. So that's what I've been thinking about it. So yeah, the movie was okay. It's just not for me. Anyways,